Now, the Mayor of London, Boris Johnson, has ended years of speculation, admitting that he does want to stand for Parliament in next year's general election after all. The Prime Minister was quick to welcome the announcement from holiday, but it's fuelled more talk of Mr Johnson becoming a key rival for the Conservative leadership. First, of course, though, he needs to actually win a seat. So Harry Smith has been to one West London constituency that's been hotly tipped. Does Boris have a fan club there?
You wouldn't run for Parliament?
No. I want to be Mayor of London.
You will never run for Parliament again?
I think that's now the 6th or possibly the 7th time you've asked me that question, and the answer is no. Let's take this opportunity to knock this on the head.
Are you going to be standing as an MP?
I'm going to be helping the Prime Minister.
He's denied it so many times we might have started to believe him. But after arriving in his usual fashion to deliver a speech on Europe this morning, he was asked yet again, did he plan to stand for Parliament at the next election? The room was taken aback by the answer.
I can't endlessly go on dodging these questions as I've tried to do. So, I haven't got any particular seat lined up, but I do think that in all probability, and since you can't do these things furtively, I might as well be absolutely clear with you, and in all probability I will try to find somewhere to stand in 2015. It is highly likely that I will be unsuccessful in that venture, by the way.
Boris insists he has no particular constituency in mind, but his name has been persistently linked with this one in West London. The retiring MP, Sir John Randall, had a majority of around 10,000 at the last election, by any measure a safe seat. So the Mayor of London could do a lot worse than take a tube ride to the end of the line here in Uxbridge. A local shop which sells custom-made T-shirts is already well ahead of the game. Scott Balcony started making his Boris Yes and Boris No tops when speculation first began. Today he's printing another batch and they're selling well.
First off, the no's were selling 2 to 1 to the yeses, but the yeses have caught up. We've done about 53 no's and about 45 yeses, so he's catching up.
To test this completely unscientific poll of local opinion, we took to the streets to check for ourselves how many shoppers would buy the Boris brand of politics.
Boris Johnson for MP.
I think it'd be fantastic.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Why?
Oh, I just think he's a great character and cares about London and surrounding areas.
Yes. I think he should be an MP, yes.
I don't like MPs that come across as being a clown. I'm a kind of serious person.
I'm not a Tory. I've never liked his policies. I think he's a bit of a bumbling idiot.
Boris has certainly had his share of gaffes and mishaps, like when this Olympic photo op left him hanging by a thread.
Get me a ladder.
But he seems to have a remarkable knack of recovery, and at the Uxbridge Conservative Club today he could do no wrong.
I think people buy into his character and people can relate to him. He's certainly entertaining, so yeah, why not?
As long as he doesn't go back on what he says, if he says something and doesn't backtrack on it, I think he would be fine.
The man's a character and I think it might be good for the area.
But when asked if Boris the MP could then go on to far greater things, even here they have their reservations.